What's up guys, AJ's Build back again. This is my part 2 video, the subframe removal. I'm going to be working on removing the e-brake cables from inside the car and then putting the car back up and getting a few other sensors unplugged, and then I should be able to get the subframe right out. So let's get started on pulling this e-brake. All you have to do is pop off the boot for the handbrake. After you pop the boot off, you'll look over here on the side and there's two 10mm, and those threaded rods are the part of the e-brake cable. After you remove those 10mm, it should then slide right out of the car. Just want to make sure. Okay. Yep. Alright, very easy. So all you got to do is remove the e-brake boot cover, and then the 10mm are right there. You're going to undo them, and then the whole e-brake cable falls right out. You don't have to remove the center console like I thought. Again, this is my first time really doing this, so I kind of learn as I go. So those are off. This part here, it's in the chassis. They kind of slide through like this round plastic channel. So as soon as the rear comes down with the subframe, those will just slide right out when I put the car back up. Two tabs like this on both sides. You're just going to press them and undo it. So make sure you undo that cable, get it out of the way, get it around the other side of the sway bar because the sway bar comes down with it. Then I'm going to be removing this subframe rear bolt, this one here, and the shock bodies on the bottom. But before I do that, I'm going to remove these trailing arms here. So there's 3 on each side. The 18mm. So I'm going to take off that shock body on the bottom with the 18mm. It's two 18mm. And now the last thing I have to do is the back bolts of the subframe. Alright, I brought the camera down underneath the car so I could show you a little better. So I did the last 18mm bolts that I left in for the rear part of the subframe. You can see on my jack stands on the inner part of the axle on both sides to hold the weight. You can also see that I removed the 18mm for the shock on the bottoms. So that should be everything. I'm going to go up slowly with the car and see if the subframe stays on the ground. Alright, now I'm just going to keep going up slowly a little bit at a time because I got to make sure those e-brake cables end up pulling out of the channels like I told you guys. So I'm going to just give them a little help here and slide them out. Slide it out of the channel. You'll see the channel that it's in, so I'm just sliding them out so they don't bind up. I'm also going to make sure I don't have anything else caught, which it doesn't look like I do. So I should be able to go all the way up. So now that the subframe is down, I got it out of the way. The next step is to be removing the fuel tank. After I remove the fuel tank, then I'll be able to clean all of the mounting points for the subframe, and I'll be able to put my subframe reinforcement plates in. I'll be able to weld them in. I'll be able to check the rest of the chassis for any cracks. And then after that, I will be undercoating and cleaning up the hole underneath, getting it looking all nice and new again. Let me show you guys here the reasoning why my subframe went bad. The reasoning is if you look in here, these bushings are completely shot. You could just move them around. So every time I shifted and the car deloaded, the entire subframe would kick forwards because these bushings wore out so bad, which they usually do. They're known for it. The rear bushings are okay, but I got a whole new subframe and everything, as you can see, because this one's all rusted. But everything else looks like it's in pretty good shape. We'll be going back in. From what I can see right now, I don't see any visual cracks. There is a little bit of rust starting, which is okay because those welded plates will be covering everything. And the back ones are really good. I don't see any cracks either. So I'm really happy with that not everything is split. And I will just be putting them in for strength and reinforcement, but it's not like it was torn yet. So they'll be reinforcing everything. Everything will be nice and strong. And after I gotta remove these bolts here, or should I say like the shafts, they have a thread that threads in, and then the nut for the subframe goes over here. So after I unscrew those, then I'll be able to put those plates in. But again, like I said, I have to remove the tank, which is gonna consist of me undoing these two bolts. Then I'm gonna be removing the collar from here, trying not to break it because it is very brittle. After I slide this rubber boot out, this should be all set. I probably have to get this brake line out of the way, so I'm just gonna probably remove it from here. Someone put a stupid compression fitting in. I just wanna make sure it's safe and the right kind, like a flared one. All right, so I took a junk end of a flashlight that just fit the inside diameter of this hose, put it in, and then I screwed the hose clamp back down so that it's tight so no fuel comes out when I drop the tank. And now I'm just gonna remove these two straps again. All right, there's not a ton of gas, but there's still enough in there where I don't want it to just fall on the ground, so I'm gonna go grab my stand here to hold it up. Make it bounce. All right. So I have the tank supported with that brace. And now I'm going to remove this side, and then I got to do the lines, which are probably the harder part. So instead of trying to remove the lines up on the top fuel pump assembly and everything, I'm going to try to remove them down here from these rubber to hard lines, because I think it might break a little bit easier up top than it would down here. All right, now that I got that off, I'm gonna see how far I can come down with it and see what I have up top looking like for lines or anything like that. All right, I'll show you guys a close-up on how I do that. So you have this little pin here. It's a block. You're gonna slide the block backwards. It's on a channel. So this will slide this way, and after it slides, then it will pop right off. And as for the lines, I'm gonna see what I can take off and where I can take it off from. So let me take a look here. Now I have these two here. Go over this way. See what I got. Might be able to pull that off. And let me see if I can take it down a little bit here. Alright, I have a line up in there. Looks like I got another plug here. Yes, I do. Okay, this blue line is the one I already did. That other line is the line I just connected. So these other lines are a lot of the evap, which I'm gonna see if I can kind of like disconnect them in here with some of these clamps here. So let's look at that in a minute, which is very easy. It's just got two tabs on each side. So I'm gonna pull off that line, this line, and then the back bigger, I believe that's part of the evap there. So let me get that off. Alright guys, so I kind of ran out of time. I had to get to work, but what I ended up doing was removing those 2 lines, like I said, and that bigger line for the evap there. Got the tank down, and my next video will be grinding down all the mounts for where the subframe was, making sure there's no cracks, welding in the Turner Motorsports reinforcement plates, and then reinstalling a new subframe, getting everything back together. So this is it. That's all I had for time. I ended up getting the tank down. This is AJ's builds. I'll talk to you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed it. This is part 2. Part 3 will be coming up soon. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you later.